Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope y'all are doing great. I'm doing okay. We are working on our random act of kindness card today, and I am using a stamp from Unity Stamp Company from the March 2021 kit called Hope to Be. I pulled out this stamp. I thought it'd be really cool to color up, and I've colored up. This is my third attempt, and I'm not sure how it's going to work. I really wanted to use the color pencils in conjunction with markers, so we'll see. I have a question for you all. What do you think is going to happen this winter and fall? Like, do you think it's going to be super cold? Do you think it's going to be hot? Like, what's your prediction, weather lady, weather person, weather man? Like, whatever your prediction is, let me know in the comment section. I don't have a prediction, but I'm worried. Like, it was super cold this year, right? Super, super cold. And then now it's super, super hot. And the thing is, it's globally. It's going on globally. Like I said in my also Malone collaboration, I have a friend who has been saying that it's super hot in the UK and where she lives. I can't say for the whole thing, but where she lives. And that's just really sad, right? Because, when you think about the UK, let's just say London, for example, the only thing I think about is rain. I don't know why. Like, I think about London fog to coat, but I normally think about rainy weather, dreary days. And she's like, it's hot. I think she said it was 32 Celsius. And I was like, what is that, 80 something? She was like, yeah. I was like, talk to me when it gets to be 90, but they're not really designed for that kind of hot weather. I'm like, I looked at I think she was 86. I looked at my phone, it was like 90 degrees, and it was like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, yeah. Um, Not that I'm poo pooing on anybody's weather condition because I'm not, but I was just like, I guess we're used to hot in the South, a little bit different than people in the North and other places. Like, I always tell you this. When I went to Vegas, oh my gosh, talk about hot. I was complaining, but I lived in Connecticut at the time, so I like Connecticut. New England weather is amazing. Not too hot, not too cold, not too snowy, not too rainy. Like, it's just right. It's just right weather, in my opinion. This is really pretty. I'm not sure why it's fading in and out like that. I don't think it's supposed to do that. But it kind of looks pinky purple. Can you see that? Well, hopefully you can. But I'm going to color over it with a different color. And I'm thinking that yeah, this is it. Last month, Random Act of Kindness card, I did flowers too, right? I wanted to do some ladies. I wanted to stamp a lady, some girls, and color them. But the sentiment that went along with the stamp wouldn't have fit. Like, I normally don't do a lot of sentiment cards anyway, because with the Random Act of Kindness card, I usually just write on the inside something. But my thoughts are not, what I'm writing is not like super motivational or anything like that. I just write anyway. Yeah, just write. But I really enjoyed that card. I enjoy making cards a lot. So it's fun. It's fun to do. I have so much to do lately. Like, school is starting back. And I'm excited about it, right? I'm super excited. And I'm also worried. Like, my son, I don't know if he's ready for it or not. I'm ready, but I feel like, I'm gonna bawl my eyes out and then I'm gonna go eat ice cream. At 8 o'clock in the morning. Yes, she said it. No, I don't know. It depends. It depends on I probably will go and have ice cream. I tend to do that like on happy occasions or sad occasions, bittersweet occasions. Ice cream is just, it just fits, right? I may buy the ice cream the day before and come home and just scoop some out, and I don't know. Samara, she had sent me Happy Meal, and inside she had sent me some broken cookie. It's like an ice cream cover, and it's so amazing. It is delicious. We my little guy and I use it, and he's like, Mommy, are you gonna make me another sundae? I was like, I didn't make you a sundae. He was like, with the stuff, like he likes it, and I drizzle Hershey chocolate ice cream, Hershey chocolate syrup all over it, and it, it's so good. I mean, ice cream is, if you eat ice cream, then it's amazing anyway. So, yeah, I'm fantasizing about ice cream right now. I mean, that can't be good. It's not even 6 o'clock in the morning yet. So let's talk. Let's talk. So you all know I have a cat, right? I have a kitty cat named Nicholas. This dude was sick recently. Had taken him to the hospital again, and he had surgery. I'm pulling out number 6 because I need a green color. I really need to just take these things out and put them in like a pencil case, like, because I have a few of them from the Dollar Tree. So I just need to put all of these in a pencil case together. But for some reason, your friend here, she likes to keep stuff in packages. These look the same almost, don't they? Yeah, that looks almost the same. That's probably because, let's see. No, I was going to say I probably mixed them up, but I guess I didn't, because these kind of look the same as these. Like these greens, these two look the same as those two, don't they? Is that just me? Let me bring you in a little bit closer. So this green looks like that green. And it blue. Look like that blue. Anyway, no big deal. I do know that some colors tend to look the same, even though they're not. So yeah, I took Nicholas to the vet, the hospital. And the last time I took him, they were like, okay, we're going to do this, this, and this. And the doctor was like, this thing is probably not going to go away. Something dealing with his anal glands, which is disgusting. Like if you have a cat and when they go poop or you smell it, it's like a really foul odor. That's the anal gland. Ugh. It stinks. Anyway, so I took him and he had to have surgery. And I used to have pet insurance, but then the pet insurance changed their policies, and it didn't go well. So I don't have pet insurance, and it was a pretty penny for his surgery. A pretty dang penny. But he has a cone on his head, and he's walking around bumping into everything and getting stuck into everything. And he just looks so Eeyore-ish. He's like droopy. He's walking in the little cone. It's like bloop, 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 bloop. Well, I mean, he's okay. He's doing good now. He has to get his sutures taken out in another week or so. He has to get his sutures. You'll see this video after his sutures have been removed. And I'll give you an update next month, I guess, in August. If you want to know, but he's doing fine right now, the making of this video. But last night, Big Lots, right? Big Lots, in my opinion, was a very, very good at selling certain things. Craft supplies was one of them, which they don't do anymore. I will always complain about that, just so you know. So I had bought him when I first got him in 2012, I'm using number 2 now, set 2 from the color Spectrum Noir Colorista coloring set. I just wanted the greens to be a little bit different, although they look like they may be the same. Anyway, uh, I had bought him a lot of little cardboard scratching posts because, cats like to scratch up stuff. And since he's an indoor cat, he doesn't go outside to file his nails down on the concrete, etc., 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 right? So yesterday he got a hold of one of his scratching postings that was inside the plastic. Well, it had catnip in there, right? Oh my goodness. So I went into the kitchen and I heard him scratch and I was like, did he get a hold of that thing? And lo and behold, it's catnip all over the kitchen floor. And it's Nicholas all over the kitchen floor, rolling around in it. And then around his cone, it has a circle around the cone of catnip. And I'm like, this dude is tripping, right? So it's like, get out, I'm telling him. I talk to him like he's a human, even though he doesn't respond. Like, get out the way so I can sweep this up, move. Get out the way. I can't believe you got into this stuff. So I sweep it all up. And he still has it around the cone. And I'm like, I'm not going to, who am I to stop him from feeling the way he feels right now with this catnip? Now, normally Nicholas isn't a huge catnip kitty cat. Like, he doesn't respond, or in the past he didn't respond to like catnip. But this time, maybe it just took him some time to mature. I don't know. He responded to it, right? And he's like, oh, I put that other color up. I need it for this. That's okay. He's his eyes, like what happens when people get high, his eyes are dilated. And he's just looking at me like, what's up? He is really, in the zone of catnip heaven, I suppose. And I'm like, I can't believe you did that. And he's looking at me like, so what? I'll do it. He's like, I'll do it again. He's looking at me like, you leave it out. You shouldn't have left it out. Like, he's looking at me like it's your fault that I'm high now. And so, it's just so funny. My son's like, Mommy, what's around the cat's cone? What happened? And he's like, he wasn't freaking out, but he was just like, Nicholas, no. The one thing that he doesn't do a lot of, Nicholas, he doesn't run around the house as much as he used to, like, darting back and forth. Sometimes he will. He'll get on my nerves with that too. He's like, I'm like, dude, chill out. But again, I go to bed fairly early, so he could be zooming around the house at night and I'm not hearing him. But since he's had his surgery, he's just been like chilling. And at first he could barely like walk. He could walk, but it looked so painful. Like his whole backside looks like some type of weird pet experiment gone bad. I just felt really bad for him. Because, he's my little kitty cat. So I just felt bad. But he got the medicine and everything. And I've been giving him medicine. Oh, I have to give him medicine, right? And it's a syringe. I'm so glad that it's... The last time I had to do this, he had to get the syringe. And he had to get ointment on his backside. So I'm glad we don't have to go through that now. The only thing is I'm really not feeling these vet bills because he has to get sedated again to get this thing removed, the sutures removed. And I would want him to be like, I'm not saying I don't want to spend the money on his care, but I don't want to spend the money in general, right? But the way it looks, he needs to be sedated and cooed and cawed and cuddled on because it looks icky. Icky is a word, just in case you didn't know. It is definitely a word. This came out so much better than these, in my opinion. Right? I like this a lot better. And it's not too much coloring. It's only a few colors. I could have definitely made... I feel like these are some type of flower. that I could have made into a different color, but no. When you're creating stuff, you had a creative license to do what you want. Some companies, though, some companies don't want you to do that. And that's, if you ever notice, like, I rarely use Disney, like Mickey Mouse images or Disney princess images. I have used a few. I made a Minion book before. I made Minion things before. I like the Minions, so I've used it. But I tend to not use Disney products just because. Like, even I have some paper pads from Disney, and I don't know if I would do like a how-to with it, maybe a flip through, like a project share, because I just don't want Disney to be like, you didn't, because they don't really have a good angel policy. They're like, don't use our stuff in this likeness. And I'm like, dude, you shouldn't have people selling it. Like, they have Disney has a whole cartridge. They have a lot of cartridges, but they have a whole little thing for the scan and cut. The princess, some of the princesses, and a few other Disney themed Mickey and Minnie themed things. And I was gonna buy it. I really want to get it because I have a few people in my life that like that, and it would be easy to cut out 100 Mickey Mouse heads and put that in, a flip book or something like that. But because of their policy, I don't, I don't know. And I'm not doing it to make profit, so it wouldn't be like, oh, I'm boycotting them because I can't profit off of what I've purchased. But if you have a scan and cut, you know that those images are super expensive compared to Cricut. So I'm not sure. I'm going to be using this Tim Holtz stamp and stencil set now. It is this one. Does it have a name? It doesn't have a name, but I think what they're doing, which is genius, if I was a marketing person, it would be great. They're taking some of his larger collections, and this is how it looks in case you're interested. They're taking some of the larger collections that may have been released during, this time or that time, and they're putting them into smaller collections. Now, this is at Joann Fabric right now. And I normally will wait until Joann Fabric has a sale before I buy it. Now, oh wait, I want to stamp out a butterfly. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm not going to stamp it out. I have some butterflies that I can just use. So I was going to make a stencil, a mask to cover that up. But I think that, first of all, let's go ahead and get this a little table. Some table magic going on over here. Yeah. Okay. So you don't have to do this at all, right? But I am going to do it. I'm using gray, blue gray. So, like if you go into someone's house or maybe in their, what is that thing called? Their shed, their greenhouse, they may have just plucked out some flowers and they made the arrangements, and this is what this is, a table. Yeah. There we go. So got a table right there. Yes. That looks great. I was thinking the other day, dangerous for me to do sometimes, but I was doing it anyway. And I was just thinking about how many content creators are out in the world of YouTube and how many paper crafters there are. I'm using mustard seed distress stain. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I'm not concerned about the whole entire image, because I'm not. I'm going to do my best. I want to get all of this. I want to get the whole top portion, and I do want to get around here, so we'll see. Just to give it a little bit of a different take. Now, I have purchased in the past some things to do some mixed media crafting with, and I want to start doing that soon. But I don't think I want to do the mixed media in my craft space. Does that make sense? I feel like I want to do that at the table, the kitchen table, because I feel like I will be a little bit too messy when it comes to that. So I want to do that. The reason why I was talking about the content creators is because um, it's so many. Like I was talking to my one of my gaming friends about streaming, and it's so hard to get noticed in the streaming community by other people because it's so many people streaming, right? So we were just discussing it because I keep telling her to start streaming, and she won't. But when you're crafting, sometimes you're nervous about things, how people will perceive you, and even gaming people, because the gaming world is so weird right now. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking this stencil and going right. I'm trying to place it right back over where I placed it the first time. Yeah, without moving it, Brandy. And working on it just like that. So like when you start something, I'm quite sure. Besides some of the people that are on YouTube, the crafty ladies that are on YouTube, you start off low with your followership, and then it gets bigger. Or someone may throw you a bone and promote your channel for you, which is cool. Uh, or just a shout out sometimes. I remember it was this one channel that used to, I'm not sure if they're still even making YouTube videos, but they would do that. Like they would shout out channels. You just need to do like subscribe and come to a few of their live streams and things like that, and they would shout your channel out. Sometimes that's good, right? Sometimes not so much. Because sometimes you can get the riffraff in, and that could cause problems. I think that came out really nicely without having a mask. Really, really cool. I am not finished though. So I just took this and I'm tapping here and then I'm tapping back on this thing. I'm not like going super heavy handed or anything like that. So yeah, I would probably wait for this to go on sale at Joann Fabric. But I'm cheap, so if you can't live without it, I think it's eight to $12, something like that. I don't remember. But I just I always try to get a coupon, and when they have their things 50% off or 40% off, I'll get it like that, 40% off plus 25% additional or whatever. So that's my goal always. And so yeah, that's what I try to do. We're gonna do something else. We need the butterflies, Brandy. Come on, get it. All right, so I normally would glue these butterflies together to create the illusion that I want, but I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna go ahead and round my corners really quickly. I know you're like, you haven't rounded corners in forever. You're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. This makes me think that this would be a cute pocket, more so than a card front. I like that idea of a pocket. So we're gonna go ahead and put this little butterfly right here like it has come and landed on here and is thinking about going to land on the flowers. Just gonna put some glue on its back. Okay. All right, so we're almost done. I'm going to use this card base from Hobby Lobby. I don't feel like we need a layering piece on here, but I'm going to round my corners on the whole situation. And I'm going to ink up the edge on this with this yellow. All right, so this is our completed card for July. Can you believe the year's almost, we're already past halfway, right? All right, I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. Until next time, happy crafting.